friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to do the blush tag for you. A couple months back on my YouTube channel when I very first started, I did the eyeshadow palette tag, and that was created by Samantha and Allie Glines. People have kind of just taken it and made it their own and did the same sort of questions with their blushes and their bronzers. I have seen Jessica Braun do it and Samantha March. So I figured, why not sit down and do the blush tag for you guys? It's very similar to the eyeshadow palette tag. You're answering very similar questions like newest, oldest, all of that, but with your blushes instead of your eyeshadow palettes. Be on the lookout very soon for the bronzer tag because I am going to also do the same thing with my bronzers, but today we are just focusing on my blushes. So yeah, if you are excited and you want to hear my answers to the blush tag, then let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, what is your newest blush in your collection? And that is the Rare Beauty blush. This is in the shade Joy. I got this from Influencer a couple weeks back. I was lucky enough to receive their Rare Beauty Vox Box, and this was the one that they sent me, and it is newest to my collection. It is a very beautiful shade, and I am so excited that I have it. Next is, what is the oldest blush in your collection? And this one I kind of struggled with because I wasn't sure. Honestly, I really wasn't sure. I have had a lot of blushes for a very, very long time. A lot of the blushes I have are powder blushes, and obviously those don't go bad as quickly as liquid or cream blushes, so I have a lot that I've had for a very long time. But I think my oldest is Milani Luminoso. This is a very OG blush that so many people have had. Many people have talked about it on YouTube over the years, and I got sucked into buying it, and it is a really pretty blush. It definitely has some sheen to it, so I really don't reach for this really as much as I should. I can't remember the last time I used this, so I definitely need to pull it out and play with it soon. But yes, I'm pretty sure this is the oldest blush in my collection. And next, for most expensive blush, I have my Hourglass, what exactly is this called? Ambient Lighting Blush, and this is in the shade Mood Exposure. Love this blush. I've talked about it a million times. These are pricey, but they're worth it in my opinion. They are absolutely stunning on the cheeks. They just give you such a nice flush that's like ethereal and perfect and just stunning. They're expensive, but I really do think they're worth it. Next up, for most affordable blush, I have the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in the shade Always Cheeky. I love this blush. As you can see, I have quite the pan in it. It is part of my 5 pans in 2020 that I'm doing over on my Instagram account, but even if it wasn't, I still love it, and I still would have used it a lot and probably would have a pan in it. This is another one I've had for a really, really long time. I don't think it's as old as my Milani one, but I've also had this for a while. But I love this blush, and it's $6. You cannot go wrong with that. The next question is, what is your everyday blush? And I picked my Lancome Blush Subtil, and this is in the shade Sheer Amorose. It is just this beautiful light pink dusty rosy shade that would go with absolutely any look, any outfit, anything you need it to. This would match. So I love this. I know it's kind of more on the pricey side, but I really do love this, and it definitely is a good everyday shade and a great formula to wear every single day. The next question is, what is your most colorful blush? And this one definitely goes to my NYX Sweet Cheeks, and this is in the shade Almost Famous. Don't mind the stain swatches on my hand. I was doing a video before this, but it is such a bright orange shade, but it's actually stunning on the cheeks. It sheers out and looks beautiful. It blends in nicely. It isn't too bright or poppy or punchy on your cheeks, but it's still a very bright, beautiful shade. I love these and highly recommend these, and they're super affordable because they're NYX. The next question is, what is your best memory with a blush? And this one was kind of hard for me to choose too. I chose the Olimar Cosmetics Color Blush Trio. This is in the medium to tan shade, so I chose this because I got the light trio in my BoxyCharm a while ago, over a year ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I love the blushes so much that I wanted to get the medium trio, and it was on my wish list forever, and I was about to buy it, and I actually ended up winning it in a giveaway from my friend Vesna. She is absolutely amazing, and I won it in a giveaway, and I was so pumped because I wanted it so badly, and I was going to buy it, and then I didn't have to because I won it. So I love this blush trio. I know it looks like I have not really touched it, but I've used this a million times. I love these blushes. They are stunning. I do not think they're available anymore, and I do not understand why. I went to link them for a video a while ago, and I couldn't find them on Olimar Cosmetics website, and if they got rid of these, why? I don't know. They're stunning. Next up is a blush that you think is worth the hype, and I actually chose the Cover FX Monochromatic Duos. I love these. Would I pay full price for these? No, I don't think I would. First one I ever bought, I bought with a gift card, and then the other 3 I bought half off at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, because these retail for $38, and that's pretty pricey for a blush. You're technically getting 2 because you have a matte side and a shimmer side, but that's still very, very expensive in my opinion for a blush. So I would not get it not on sale, if that makes sense. But I definitely do think that these are worth the hype that they get. I love them. They are pretty pigmented, so you do have to go in with a light hand and be careful. But I normally just tap into both of these, swirl it on the cheeks, and they're stunning. Like I said, I have 4 shades. I love all of them. This is in Pink Dahlia. It was the first one I ever bought, so that's why I chose to show it on here. But I have 4 of them, and I definitely do think they're worth the hype they get. Okay, so the next one is a blush that you don't think is worth the hype, and I feel like I might get some hate for this, but it is the Kosas Duos. These are so hyped. Everyone loves these, and maybe I just haven't played with it enough, or I haven't played with it in a while, so I kind of forget. But the couple of times I did use this, I didn't really think it was that great. I actually have both their powder blush and highlight duo and their cream, but I chose the cream one to talk about because I feel like that's the one that gets the most hype, especially on my Instagram account. This is in the shade 8th Muse, and this is not the intense version. I know they came out with the intense version and then the original versions. This is just the original, but I don't know. It's just like a cream blush and highlight. Like, I don't get what's so special about them. Maybe I need to play with it again and remind myself. But when I did use this, it didn't blow me out of the water. And people seem to absolutely love these. And I don't get it. I don't get the hype. Next up, we have a favorite blush from a favorite brand, and this was a little tricky for me to choose because I feel like I have a lot of good brands that I love, but to like pick a favorite brand is pretty hard. Actually, I ended up choosing the Grande Pop Plumping Liquid Blush. I have the shade Sweet Peach. I have been becoming very, very obsessed with Grande Cosmetics. I have liked their mascara for a while now, and they sent over a couple more products that I've been really getting into, and I bought their blush and highlight a while ago, and they are absolutely stunning, especially this. It's kind of strange that it's advertised as a plumping liquid blush. I don't know. Like, it has a little bit of a plumping feeling on my cheeks when I use it, but nothing too crazy, and it definitely doesn't give me like a cheekbone lifted effect, which is what it's supposed to do. I don't know. I just think it's a great cream blush. I think it blends in very nice to the skin. It lasts a really long time on the skin. I love this peachy shade. It is so beautiful, and I've really been enjoying Braun Cosmetics recently. Next up, we have your most used blush, and I was really trying to have a different blush for every single category. I did have to repeat this one. I had to go with my e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Cheeky. Look at the pan. I've used this to death. I've used this so many times. It's definitely my most used blush, so unfortunately, I had to repeat this one. Then we have blushes that you think are the most underrated, and I went ahead and chose the Cloven Hollow Hydra Tint blushes. I really enjoy these. I really don't hear too many people talking about the brand Cloven Hollow, and when they do, I don't really hear them talking too much about the blushes, and I love these blushes. They are just cream blushes. It's actually kind of cute. They look almost like nail polishes. Have the little brush on them, and you can paint them on your cheeks, or I paint them on the back of my hand and then stipple them on with a brush. But I just really like these a lot. I have the shade Blossom, and then this is in the shade Georgia. Georgia is the blush that I have on my cheeks today, and I just think they're beautiful. They blend out really nicely. They have a great formula. They last a really long time, and I definitely think these are underrated, and they should get more love than they do. Then we have your most nostalgic blush, and I went ahead and picked the MAC blush, and this is in the shade Peaches. I've had this blush for a really long time, and I genuinely love it, but I picked it as my most nostalgic because I don't want to say when I was first getting into makeup, but when I was first getting into more higher end makeup, I loved MAC. I still do, but I loved MAC so much. I used to wear nothing but their Pro Longwear Concealer, Pro Longwear Foundation, and their Studio Fix Powder Foundation. I loved MAC so much. I think we all had a phase in our life when we just loved MAC with our entire hearts. And that makes me feel really nostalgic because when I was in college, I was going to the branch campus of my college, and I really loved going to the branch campus more than the main campus. I got to see my best friends way more than I do now that we're adults and they have kids and we're all just busy. And it was just a really lovely time in my life when I was first getting into MAC, so this is very nostalgic for me. Okay, we have some like lighting going on from my window, but we're gonna try to like move out of it. I don't know. I think there's just gonna be some light on my face, but it's okay because I'm almost done. The last one is your most disappointing blush, and I feel kind of bad choosing these, but I chose the Honest Beauty cream blushes. I have the shade Candy Pink and Coral Peach, and it's not that I don't like these, but these were just so hyped up, and I think mainly Tati like just made everyone think that these were like the best cream blushes ever, and not that they're bad, but like I just don't really ever reach for these too often, and I don't know, I just was kind of disappointed. I just felt like I was going to get these and be like, oh my gosh, these are absolutely amazing, and then just want to wear them like all day, every day. And I just like don't really feel that about them. Not that they're bad, but they just were just kind of like meh to me. So that's why I chose them for most disappointing. And that was it, you guys. That was all my answers to the blush tag. I had so much fun picking out these blushes, going through my collection and thinking like, oh my gosh, which one's my most nostalgic? Which one's my most used? Which is my oldest? All of that. I think it's so fun anytime you can do these tag kind of videos that make you really take a look at your collection and really think about it. I know it's just makeup, but I love it so much, and I just had so much fun doing this. I hope you also had fun watching it. Don't forget I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for you guys. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.